Have you ever wanted to learn how to juggle? Yeah, me too. That's why I taught myself how to juggle, basically just by myself. So what I did was I had some help from like some people online. My dad had juggled previously, and so I had some help from him. But this is how I really got to where I could juggle consistently with 3 balls, with 2 hands, and then also being able to transition to doing 2 balls with 1 hand. So what I started doing when I first learned how to juggle was well, first things first, you actually need to get some good juggling equipment. I recommend Spievers juggling balls. You can get them on Amazon or on Spievers.com. I like the 3.9 ounce. And if you want more on these Spievers juggling balls, I have a review on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. So once you get some good juggling equipment, what you're going to want to learn how to do first, in my opinion, is to do 2 with 1 hand. Now this may look extremely difficult, but it's actually really not that hard if you have the right juggling equipment. So what you do is you have 2 balls in this hand and you just throw one up, and then while it's at its peak, you throw the other ball up, right? So you throw. Oh, I missed it. It is very difficult. Throw. And you just get this momentum down, and when you first start doing it, the balls are just going to go all over the place. Be consistent with it. In about maybe even less than a week, you'll have it consistently down where you can do 2 at one time without messing up. Once you have that down, what I did was I then transitioned to I hold 2 balls in my non-dominant hand, 1 ball in my dominant hand, and what I do is I throw up one of the balls with one of the juggling balls, my non-dominant hand, and then while it's at its peak, I throw up my dominant hand ball, and I don't even let go of this one first. I just literally just get used to just doing that. And you catch it. And you make sure this ball on your non-dominant hand that's not being thrown stays in this position. Pinch it with your thumb if you want to, and use your 4 other fingers to catch the ball. So you just transition these 2 balls from each other and get that rhythm down, because juggling is really all about rhythm and consistency. So you want to really be consistent with it, and also make sure that you are doing it in rhythm. So you're not just like throwing it in reckless abandon. You want to make sure that you're actually doing it properly. So now that you have, that information, once you kind of get to where you can do like this, and you feel like, yeah, that's pretty good. The hardest part is throwing that ball, that ball that's been stuck underneath your thumb all this time, finally letting it loose. And that can be extremely difficult, and your balls will just fall and go all over the place. This is where you really need a lot of consistency and like really take the time to learn how to do this properly. So again, we'll throw one. So I'm going to call this my 2-ball hand. This is my 1-ball hand. So in my 2-ball hand, we're going to throw one of the balls up. Then 1-ball hand goes and throws its ball. So 1, 2, and then throw that last one up. So we're going to swap. So we're going to go, this hand's going to throw a ball. This hand's going to throw a ball. And then this hand is going to let its ball loose. Of course, you're not going to let them fall on the ground, but you're going to be catching them while you're doing this. So that's what's so difficult. So you're going to throw up and do it at a rhythm, just like this. And you cross over. Honestly, in my opinion, this hand honestly doesn't really cross over very much. It kind of stays still. This hand's kind of crossing over back and forth. That's kind of how I do it. They both kind of cross over, but really I feel like that my non-dominant hand moves a lot more than my dominant hand. And then once you get really good at being able to do 3 balls in 2 hands, you can then try transitioning into doing 2 balls with 1 hand, and then transitioning back into 3 balls, which is really impressive looking. So how I learned how to do that is what you do is you start by doing 3 hands, and then 1 ball. So you'll just have a ball fall in your non-dominant hand, and you just keep it there. You can even put it behind your back if it helps, so you don't accidentally throw it into the mix again. And then you're going to, I'll show you this. So while you catch this ball, you just literally, while this ball is falling into this hand, normally you toss this ball back up, but instead you're going to catch it and throw it back up while this ball's also in the air. So it'll kind of look something like this. So it'll be like that. And you'll just do this, and then you'll throw that 3rd ball in if you want to go back, and go back and forth. And then if you really want to get like super impressive with it, you can learn how to do this trick with your non-dominant hand, and then transition into 3, then do it on this hand, transition into 3, do it on the other hand. See? And that can be pretty impressive too. So that is everything you need to know to learn how to juggle. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want to get some nice juggling equipment, go to Speevers.com or Amazon and get the Speevers juggling balls. And if you want to see my review on these babies, you can go to my YouTube channel and check that out. So please subscribe for more, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.